Hello, everybody. I want to welcome you back to the Subway Development of Wyoming and Montana podcast. I know it's been a couple months since we've done one of these, but with all the difficulties facing us with COVID and other factors, it's been kind of hard to get one of these up and going. But I wanted to get one out today, just go over a little bit of a informational spiel. Should only be a couple minutes. So, very first thing I want to say to everybody is thank you so much for all the hard work you have done. I know right now with the struggle and employment that we're having at a lot of restaurants around our area, it's becoming incredibly difficult to keep stores staffed, to keep them going. And I know that's putting a lot of pressure on franchisees, on managers and supervisors. So I just want to say thank you because your hard work and effort continues to grow the brand in our area, and it's just greatly appreciated by myself and our office. We all like to see the hard work and everything that you guys are putting out there. With that being said, a couple minutes ago, maybe an hour ago, I put out a email discussing the top 10 OSAT and medallia response closures. Just want to touch on that a tad bit. Subway is really pushing the new OSAT score, which is overall satisfaction, which is a little bit different than the NPS score that we used to grade off of. The OSAT score includes the NPS score, but it also includes a couple other factors. So right now, our territory is sitting at a 66.7% of overall satisfaction. So 66.7% of our guests find our store satisfactory. What we want to try to do is set a goal to try to reach for our entire territory, and that is 70%. I know that's a pretty high up there goal. It's going to be hard to get, but some locations are already hitting it. The only way to raise this score, and the only possible way to raise this score, is to get more positive guest surveys into our locations. So I know that's really hard right now because everybody that comes into our locations is either having problems with the ordering app, the remote app. They're having complications with COVID. There's about a billion different things that they're having issues with that they seem to take out on the crew and our team. But even with those, we want to try to promote our app because it is a private server. So if we get our responses in there, they're not going public. They're not going to Facebook. They're not going anywhere else. They're taking the time to let you know in our server what their experience at the store was like. So with that one, we want to try to see our response time under 24 hours. Our current stores, we're sitting at about 28 hours average, which isn't bad, but we definitely could improve in a couple of areas. So the quicker you respond to those detractors, the quicker you respond to those guests, the better, for numerous reasons. And it's not just in the statistics, it's the way the guest feels. If they send a detractor, try to let you know what they're thinking about your store, what they see when you're not there, trying to help you with your location, and you don't reply, it makes the guests feel unheard. If you reply in under 24 hours, or you apply in some cases under an hour, we had about 6 locations that were replying in about under an hour. That is awesome to see. But if you're replying to your guests that fast and they see that come across their message, they're going, oh, I was really heard there. They're actually listening to me and listening to what I had to say. That'll encourage them to potentially come back. And that positive that the positive that you've now pulled out of a negative situation could potentially go to other people. You know, they're sitting there talking to their family and friends and saying, you know, I had this really bad experience at Subway, but I let them know about it. They responded to me. They resolved it. So this is a pretty good store. It maybe brings their family and friends in. Then the experience that they get in the location brings in more family and friends. So that is kind of the important part of why we need to reply to those detractors so fast, so quickly, and try to make sure that the guest has been heard. So please, let's try to work on that, try to get it under 24 hours. I know with everything that's going on, how busy everybody is, it sometimes is very, very difficult to do, but I do believe that we can do it as long as we stay strong as a team. Last thing I want to talk about is trainings. I want to start holding a monthly training for everybody, going over a multitude of different pieces of information. I want to go over wisers, control sheets, different things like that, and I want to have managers, supervisors, franchisees, office staff, anybody included in these training calls. I want to have open for everybody. I want everybody to have a chance to attend these, to expand their knowledge, expand their ability at the store, because the more knowledge you have in the store, the better you can operate that store, the more profitability the franchisee gets. So With that being said, I will be sending out a couple emails discussing this a little bit. I would like to see if anybody wants their manager to join this, or their supervisor, or themselves to just respond to me and let me know. I want to try to schedule it at a time that's going to be feasible for everybody. I know noon is not the proper time. I know morning is normally not the proper time because managers are normally getting the stores ready for the day. Sometimes it's afternoon. So please, when I send that email out, respond to me. Let me know what times work, what's a good time. I'll pull them all, I'll put them together and say, okay, we'll do a call here at this time. I want to hear your guys' feedback on that, because if I'm going to offer training sessions that's for the territory, I want to make sure that we're offering it up the best way that we possibly can. With all that being said, I want to thank you again for watching this. I hope you enjoyed and got some more information out of it. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to reach out to Kent, John, myself, Rayanne, Larry, Luana. We're all willing to try to help in any way we can to grow the strength of our brand in our area and to assist our franchisees. Thank you guys so much for all that you do, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and week.